You know, I think it's important for the public to understand that I'm just as angry, just as outraged.
Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas spoke with us before the videos showing the horrific beating of Tyre Nichols were released, saying there's no place for what happened.
We should all not stand for and tolerate this kind of behavior.
And prompting conversations in his own department.
Certainly, there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of, disappointment that yet again, here's another police department who members of that department have acted inappropriately, and it's certainly a stain on the entire profession.
A sentiment shared by Dr. David Thomas, a retired officer turned professor at Florida Gulf Coast University.
There's no need for any of what you saw.
We spoke to him after he viewed the videos.
There's nothing that I can say that would say, okay, this is what stands out. This was abuse from the beginning to the end.
He says that's made especially clear by the way the officer spoke about pursuing Nichols after he first ran away.
I hope they stop it.
As well as the way officers spoke about Nichols after the encounter.
In this case, no, that was to me, that was more bravado. Oh, he grabbed my gun, or he did this, or he did that. So to me, what they were trying to do in those conversations was justify everything that they did.
But in his eyes, there is no justification, only a need for change.
And people need to understand is that policing has subcultures. And in those subcultures, you're going to have these types of incidents. You're going to have these types of officers. And it doesn't matter race. Race plays no role in that. It is a segment of the culture of policing in organizations, and that needs to be addressed by the chief.
I asked Chief Thomas about his perspective on this from the lens of both a leader and a black man. He told me he's angry at what these officers did, regardless of race. Another note that both Chief Thomas and Dr. Thomas brought up was the very obvious lack of any sort of police intervention, that an officer there could have done something to de-escalate the situation. That's something that Denver Police works on, according to the chief, Jenny.
It is hard to square that when you think there were 5 officers there and any of them at some point could have stopped it.
Right, yeah.
Thank you, Luis.